Okay, so welcome everybody back to Rime of the Frostmaiden, episode 2. So, you guys started. Let me drag you across to the Icewind Dale map itself. So, if you remember last time, you all took your various ways to bring Shander down here, got to know each other a little bit. Then you headed off hunting a stolen bunch of iron ingots. Um, Initially, it seemed like a retrieve a body type of mission or find out what happened to the body, but it turned out that a bunch of goblins stole it. You traced down the goblins, and everybody, kind of conveniently or not, decided to camp out for the evening around this fire. It's getting late on in the evening, and story-wise, you know that Hanul went out in the middle of the night chasing this polar bears and this carriage. Calder, you went after him briefly to try and see what had happened, but you lost him in the snow. And you guys hunker down. It's cold, it's miserable. But keeping this fire going, you do manage to get through the night. And you wait, and wait, and wait. And Hanul does not return. So, mighty adventurers, what do you wish to do?
Did we have like a long rest then, or just a short rest?
Unless you want to do something in the middle of the night, then absolutely a long rest.
So we just wake up in the morning?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, guys, what do you think? You think you can go back to the town or wait more for Hanu? What do you guys think?
Sorry, can I just ask really quick? Did Hanul make it back to us?
Nope, he did not. You know, he went out searching for the polar bearers and this cart that's still on the map for some reason, but he did not
Yeah.
return.
He got the card in Hanoi.
You have no idea what's happened to him.
And did Calder made it back?
Yes, Calder made it back safely enough, but no sign of Hanul.
Should we try and find Hanul? Make sure he's okay? I'm thinking since he didn't make it back last night, something bad might have happened.
He's either too far to find, or we can spend some time trying to find him, I guess. Our main job here was to retrieve the ingots, don't forget.
Yeah. Yeah, we can have a look. I don't know. But not too far because, or else we're gonna risk to be attacked by another group of goblins. I don't know. So yeah.
So Calder, how far did you get? Did you see him, or where did you lose him?
Now, after him, I only went maybe a couple hundred feet, and I just lost him in the dark. He slipped away too quickly.
Right. Well, I think if we just follow that direction, we'll have a look, see if we can see anything, and see any clues, any tracks, anything like that. But we can't leave these ingots for long.
Good tracks.
Okay, so let's say, as you said, it doesn't sound like you want to abandon the iron ingots and leave them for someone else to take. But you have a look kind of around the area where you camped. Make me a survival check for those who are trying to find where Hanul went.
Yes. Okay. I think someone has to stay here with the ingots. What do you guys think?
Great point.
Or are you going to drag the ingots with us?
That's a really good point.
I don't mind staying here. I can fend for myself.
Okay. Okay, then we go and Grimlock stay.
Okay, so let's say that Calder, Malik, and Thoradin, you can all make me a survival check. And by the way, just because no one's playing Hanul, that doesn't mean Hanul has just mysteriously disappeared from the universe. Hanul, or at least his body, is out there somewhere. Let's make me survival. Oh, okay, here we go. 19, 12. And who are we missing? Malik. Survival check.
Wow.
Uh,
Oh, fuck.
what you do actually find the tracks. It seems as if the goblin cart is long gone with the polar bears. If you remember, there was a goblin driving that. You were not able to track that. But you do find some faint footsteps heading to the east, sort of off this way. And with your survival check of 19, Thoradin, you're pretty sure this is Hanul. But it seems as if Hanul maybe got lost in a blizzard, because there seems to be a depression where he was left. And then it seems as if, for some reason, he just gets up and starts walking again due east. But he definitely fell down. Actually, so this is what you found. I'm going to ask you to do another survival check to see what you can determine from the place where he fell, to see if you can work out anything. So the first survival was to find where he went, and the second survival is more going to be work out what happened to him.
Not so much.
Oh,
Not so much. One
I
colder,
am holding.
no pressure.
I'm holding. I'm holding shit already. Yeah.
Alec, how did you get that twice in a row? Oh dear.
I don't know, man. I'll stop using this beyond the beyond, man. It's not working.
You got one more survival for us, Calder? Oh, not bad.
Okay.
Okay, so... So you look at the ground, and you do actually spot little flecks of blood on the ground, which is generally a terrible sign of someone in trouble, as if he's coughed up some blood. And for some reason, he's moved on, even with a greater urgency. Like he was stumbling, fell down, stayed there for some time, coughed up blood, but then he seems to pick up strength and start heading directly east. Now you do find one other mysterious thing on the ground. It's almost like a piece of metal that's been chipped off something. And let's say, Calder, you bring it up and look at it, and it seems to be a clean break, as if something broke off something else. You pick it up and it says dark black metal, almost like obsidian. And as you just hold it in your hand, it is not just cold. It's like you almost have to rip it off your gloves. It's that cold. So even more so than the cold that surrounds you, this piece of metal is like bitterly cold, more cold than you'd expect. But it's about the size, I don't know, of I always use coins for this, but I realize we all use different coins. Maybe about 5 millimeters across. It's not very big, but it is. You've never seen this type of metal before. Jet black, almost obsidian, and very cold to the touch. And that's what you find.
Hey. To my good friend Malik and sorry, hold on. I turn to my good friend Malik and just say, "Hey, what do you think this is?"
I'm not sure. Is this part of armor or something? Or is just
Even from casually
Have I
glancing
ever
at
seen anything like this?
casually glancing at it, it's not from an armor. It's ever been broken off a piece of rock. And given the history
maybe
I know for your characters, none of you have seen any of this type of metal before, even trusty dwarves.
maybe there is a metal wars near here where you can dig in more. I don't know. Is there a cave nearby or something like that?
No. No caves nearby.
So I'm just going to take it for now and
yeah.
put it in my component pouch with my lodestones.
Yeah, we can show it to the blacksmith and then maybe we can do something with it.
So can we see anything in the direction that the that Hunul's clearly disappeared off in?
Well, he headed due east from you. If he kept in a straight line, he would be in. It could be in Caer Dineval, it could be in Caer Konig, or even East Haven. Don't know. Any of these towns to the east, he could have conceivably been headed to.
So I guess we've got a decision to make, haven't we, everyone? We've got Grimmock waiting back with the ingots that we could maybe get back to Bryn Shander and then go looking for Hunul, or do we just leave the ingots, get Grimmock and look for him?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Because he has he left 8 hours, 10 hours before us, so he can be pretty far. So note that it seems that the terrain doesn't affect his movement, so he can move easily on the difficult terrain. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think we should just go back to town. Maybe, who knows? Maybe he went back to town. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, he knows where we've come from. So
yeah.
Sounds good.
And obviously Hunul and Thoradin arrived together, so Thoradin knows that he's able to look after himself.
Yeah, if you want, you can look a little bit more, to see if, because we could see this blood trail. Maybe he's hurt and you can find him nearby, but I think we should not take too long, or maybe could risk Grimlock being attacked or something.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The blood was only in the place where he fell down. He's coughing up blood there.
Okay.
And then you look, and as he starts heading east, seemingly with more energy, there's no more blood. So there's not a blood trail to follow.
Okay. It's not a trail. Okay.
No, not a trail.
Okay. But we can definitely see his tracks, or no?
You see the tracks for as far as, there's still further tracks heading east towards Caer Dineval. You're not sure how long the tracks will continue.
But it seems that he left the trails in order to us to find out, or it's just him to run away.
It's a good question.
It's the tracks are the tracks of the cart, and he's taking the cart and gone, or he's just on foot.
The cart, you have no idea where the cart is. It seems to have lost or travelled further away, so you have no idea where the cart is. This is just him on foot, falling down, coughing up blood, then standing up again with new vigour, seemingly, and heading east.
That's weird. And the cart just vanished. The caravan.
Yeah, you don't know where the cart is.
Signs of it being burned. There's no burned cart or
not that
any
you can
smoking
see.
remains or.
No, that you
There's
can see.
no tracks from the bear also? The bears?
Well, you asked me to specifically look to what happened for Hanul. If you wish to go back to Grimmick, where the trail of the carts could conceivably be, then you could try and find the cart as well. But I was thinking you're searching specifically for Hanul. If you want to follow the cart,
Mm-hmm.
that will require you going back to Grimmick.
I see.
Sorry, I misunderstood. I thought we went and found the cart, where he split from the cart. But that's not the case. Okay. Right, I got you.
So maybe this is not his tracks, maybe it's from the enemy. Maybe.
We go back to Grimmick and have him have a voice in this decision
Yeah,
whether
sure.
to leave him out in the cold or not.
Yeah, sure. Let's go back.
Okay.
Okay, so you head back to the camp with Grimmick. The iron ingots have been safe. Nothing's tried to steal them from him, so pretty much as the rest of you left it.
Right,
Where
so
have you been?
we just tell Grimmick what happened and what we saw and ask him what he thinks.
Oh, I think we've wasted enough time on this. I think we go back to Brain Shander and then try to make our way to Ker Denival or Ker Koenig. Perhaps that's where we'll find our friends, but right now, my beard is freezing.
Yeah, good point. Yeah. Let's do this. Yeah. We can get another job and then we can search for him when we are doing another job.
Okay.
Well, we're still looking for the caravan, aren't we? Our original job, so we might as well get paid for one. And then
Oh,
maybe
we
we
have
could
the
actually
ingots.
decide to look to East Haven first to try and find the caravan.
But we have the ingots. The dwarves want the ingots, right?
Yeah. So there was that one, wasn't there? And there was the other job we had about the murders.
About the murders. But
We
is
had
this
to decide which way to go.
If you remember, there was a traveling merchants had traveled around selling goods, Torig, and there was a guy called Sefik Cultro who was working for him, who the dwarf back in Bryn Shander suggested is behind the murders. So the dwarf was willing to pay you to follow up on that. So that's the caravan that he's referring to. So it's kind of confusing, the two caravans. But this is the murder caravan, I guess.
Yeah, it's a different caravan. Okay.
Yeah.
I love that description.
But yeah, that's a good tip as well. Yeah,
So I'm with Grimmet. We should go back.
Yeah. Let's go back.
Murdering has always been profitable. I don't know what you're talking about. Being surprised about having a caravan with murder.
Okay. So the cart amongst the four of you, I mean, it's heavy. Sorry, the sled that all the iron ingots are, it's heavy. It's still got a lot of weight to it though. So you're just gonna muscle this back to Bryn Shander?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, there is no way.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you. The weather outside is terrible, but it's not in blizzard-like conditions. So it's not too bad, but it's still a lot of exertion to push this thing back. So can I have everybody please make me a Constitution saving throw?
Just a question. Calder had exhaustion yesterday. Yesterday, I mean, like the day before that we after the long rest, he lost the exhaustion, right?
Correct. So
one level.
Yeah. So
one level of exhaustion.
yep.
Okay.
So all at the moment are 0 levels exhaustions. Still
Okay,
us.
now it's a Constitution save.
Yeah. So we just need one from Malik. Colder. Oh, that was survival. Sorry. Yeah. So colder. Yeah, those tiefling lungs aren't really holding up to it, unfortunately, and you're gonna have to take a push point of exhaustion as you push this thing back. So get a point of exhaustion.
Very slight.
Lose it.
He is very skinny. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so story-wise, I agree, it makes sense as well. But it takes you the best part of a day, but eventually you drag this sled with all the iron ingots back to the town of Bryn Shander. So let me bring you back to Bryn Shander. And it's like as you just come into this, you head back to the Northlock.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's the best
Yeah.
best place to find the dwarves, I think.
Okay.
Yep.
Just a second. Okay, so you get your way back to Bryn Shander. It's easy enough to get to the Northlook Inn, and you see Calder. He's some hard labour, perhaps not his forte. But you get back to the pleasant surrounds of the Northlook Inn. At least it's warmer inside here. What do you guys do?
Do we see the people that hired us?
Yes, you see the three stocky figures, and they're all gathered around together, just talking to themselves, the three dwarves. They haven't noticed you yet.
Grimmick will go to the rest of the party and say, just let me handle the talking, alright?
Okay. Go for it.
Calder was just like, yes, please, and like
Yeah.
holds onto the door frame.
And Thoradin will go with Grimmock.
I'll just
Malik is going to the corner and ask for a beer.
Okay, easy enough to do.
Grimmick will hastily go towards the frostbitten dwarves and say, howdy there, if you go outside, you'll find what you'll be looking for. This
forgive me
wasn't
for...
no easy task.
Yeah, what happened? What happened to Ublok?
I'm afraid we did find your friends.
Yeah,
Many
when he
different
says that, I approach them with my beard in my hand, and then I say, I take the finger from my backpack and I show him, look, that's what I found for your friend. I bring to you, maybe you guys want to bury, I don't know, but just
the dwarves look at Malik slowly, and they look at the finger, and they look back to
friend. He doesn't know the dwarven costumes. He's not used to it. It's a thing from where he's from to keep a finger from his friends.
Yeah, you want beer? If you want beer, I can pay a beer.
So, but not the guy who's doing most of the talking, but the guy without a nose, Corix. He brings out a hand, looking for you to place the finger in, which I assume you do.
Yeah, I place the ring in his hand.
And then he puts the finger gently down on a table. He says, I think you owe us a few beers, son.
What? Son of what?
It's just a term of, I don't know what to call you. Yeah, you just owe us some beers, buddy.
Yeah, I yell to the innkeeper and say to him to bring more.
Okay, so Scram Sex, the bartender comes and he slaps it down and says, who's paying for this round, you pack of bastards?
Yeah, it's on me. I think the guys here are sad because I brought the finger of his friend. Yeah, they are a little sad. So I'm paying for this round.
Okay, so that'll set you back
You would think so. One of them is missing 3 fingers already.
Let's say 2 silver pieces to cover all the beer.
2 silver pieces.
2 silver pieces. Yeah.
By the way, who took the silver pieces that we found last time? Nobody.
I think I found those. I can't remember. But I have those in my... I think I have those in my... Hold on. I think I added those to my character sheet.
Okay.
And I was going to split it out once we get our pay from the job. I was going to split to sort of put it into the public purse.
Okay.
If you like,
I know that we popped all the weapons on top as well, didn't we?
yes. If you like, though it's not necessary.
No, I didn't add it.
I can
I
create.
didn't add it, sorry.
Okay, but I can create a character sheet called Party Loot, and it'll look exactly like your character sheet, and everybody will have access to it, and you can just put communal prop items in there. And it's not necessary if you want to keep your own gold. That's another way to do it, just split things up, or we could start a Party Loot thing. Which
Yeah, that
would
makes
you
sense.
prefer?
Yeah, it makes sense a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if everyone agrees, yeah, definitely. Thanks.
I'll be okay with that. That makes it
Yeah.
easier.
Right now.
Meanwhile, whilst you do that, Grimmick will just carry on. We're terribly sorry.
Já tá
about
jogando com
it.
seus
There's
amigos?
nothing
Mhm.
there's nothing we could have done about it. When we found him, like you said, he was torn limb by limb. It was split everywhere. We did find your ingots, and we did lose one of ours as well, trying to retrieve it. Do you happen to know of any goblin activity up in the north?
Well, sorry about your friend, but these are no doubt hard times. Goblins, they're all up to their scheming. I did hear that there was some goblin activity. I'll just drag you across to Icewind Dale. Some goblin... Apparently they're having some mine problems up in Tourmaline. Some of their mines have been taken. I think it was goblins, though I could be mistaken. So there are some goblin problems with goblin-like creatures in Tourmaline.
My friends tried to find the
Found
one
them.
that has been missing, but we had no luck. So perhaps if we go to Tourmaline, we might be lucky in finding our friend there. If it was silly enough to chase the goblins. But I guess we had a deal, didn't we?
We did. We did. And I believe I promised you all a gemstone. And I'm a man of my word, never let it be said otherwise. So I've just lost my page. Now, I'll tell you what. Technically, we promised you 1 gemstone each. But I understand you've lost a friend. I'm sorry that he died. But as an act of good faith, I will give you his bloodstone as well. And he brings out this... it's an opaque dark grey gemstone, and it's got little red flecks within it. You've seen these before, maybe Grimmick in particular, and these are called bloodstones. And you could get 50 GP off them to the right buyer.
Grimmick will grab them. So we appreciate this. Also, my friend seems to have found some strange metal. I look at Malik, because I think he's the one that has it. Or someone that has it.
Yeah, that was Calder.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, so Calder's gonna sort of walk over, really, Calder by now, he's really scared. He's just gonna come over and he's just gonna be really quietly just, excuse me, yeah, hey, so we have this one too? Do you know what this is? And he's gonna pull out the little piece of metal.
Been seeing this for many a year. There are rumors about it. Let's have a closer look. He starts studying it, turning it round, and he kind of bites into it as well, almost as if he's tasting it. Let's see. Many years ago, it was a wizard, Akar, I think his name was. Akar Kessel, from memory. And he found this artifact that was infused with some type of weird demonic magic. He gave it some complicated name. I can't remember what he called it, but they used to call it Crystal Shard. And, yeah, he actually erected a great black tower here in Icedale. Many years ago, the tower was destroyed. And it was odd. Some of the ice around it took on this weird black-like substance, a crystalline substance. It was almost like metal. Us dwarves particularly like it when we can get our hands on it because it's easier to work than steel. And it seems strange, but ever since this wizard's tower was destroyed, deposits of the stuff has been found. What is also interesting is it's very easy to suffuse it with magic. So people like using it for wands, staffs, rings, and things like that. But there is something, not that I'd ever call a metal evil, but there's something evil about the metal. It's almost as if it's been cursed in some way. We have heard rumors of some of it being the opposite, being holy, but the vast majority seems to be evil in some ways. That's as most as I can tell you, but I'd hold on to that if I was you. To the right buyer, you could fetch a pretty penny for that. Where did you find that thing?
Looks scared and kind of puts his hands up and backs away from it.
Asked you a question, Tiefling. Where did you find that? We're all friends here.
Yeah, we were looking for our missing friend, and yeah, we called the stumble upon this strange rock. So yeah, it was like near where the goblin cart was. So yeah.
Oh, as I said, hold on to it. Yeah. So apart from your very shy friends, I think you've done us dwarves a great favor this day. And what we can do for you, in addition to that, if you ever want to get some good discounts, I suggest you head over to the Black Iron Blades. Tell them that I sent you, and I'm sure we can arrange some type of discount for you. But if nothing else, you found a friend in the dwarves of Icewind Dale this day.
Yeah, I guess. Thank you. And yeah, if you guys want to, I don't know, if you guys have any leads about the murders that are happening here, please come to us. We are be happy to hear about that.
Any rumors we hear about the murders, I'll be sure to pass on to you. Yeah, we're as clueless as everybody else. They seem random. It's got little people more spooked than they usually are.
Yeah.
Just a question for the DM.
Yes.
What time of the day is it roughly, and how long would it take us to go to either Tourmaline or East Haven? Just to get a grasp if we could make it today.
Okay, well it is later on in the day. Try for this, just give me a second. So, you have seen people traveling around on dog sleds, which is faster than walking. You just know that dog sleds are far outside of your budget at the moment. And you've also seen people traveling around on... I'll show you a picture. These weird creatures... Yeah, called Axbeaks. And you've seen people traveling around on these things. They're almost like pack animals as well. So that's also a common form of transport. Once again, far beyond your budget. So at the moment you're limited to snowshoes. But to answer your question in a roundabout way, let's bring you to the map so we can visualize it as well. So from Bryn Shander to Targos, for example, is about 2 hours. What was the other one you're interested in? East Haven is about 7.5 hours.
And Tourmaline from Targos, it will be roughly 5 hours.
Total 6 hours from Bryn Shander to Tourmaline.
Alright. So we could probably make that today.
It took you the best part of a day to drag this cart here. If you wanted to get there before the night arrives, even though it's perpetually nighttime here, Targos would be your only option. But if you stayed overnight, there's plenty of room at the Northlook Inn. So it's up to you. But in terms of daylight hours, Targos is your only real option.
Okay, then Grimmick will just nod, bow, say thank you to the dwarfs, and say gather the party around. Try to figure out where we want to go now.
Okay.
I would recommend going to Targos now.
Yeah, I agree. Because if we want to go to Timberland, it'll be the same, about the same distance that from Bryn Shander. But I think before I go, I wanted to talk with the speaker. I don't know, just check on her, see if we can get anything from her. What do you guys think?
Can try. What information are you trying to get?
Yeah, because she is the one that was doing the drawing. So I don't know. Maybe we can get some information from her if we press her enough. Maybe some coins or maybe some intimidation. I don't know.
I've been around town, from town to town, and I tell you, it's not a good idea to go intimidating the speaker of town. You'll soon find no tavern to drink.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I
Yeah.
have some information to share with you, though. I've heard, whilst going around Bryn Shander, the good mead has also been having trouble with their supply of beer. Being a dwarf, I think that's a capital sin. And if we go to his Haven, I would bid you to go to Good Mead and try to investigate this further.
Okay.
Either to find the caravan with Suffolk Cultural that way, right?
From the information we got, there were 3 murders, right? One
Yeah.
in Targos, one in Bryn Shander, and one in East Haven.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. For me, we just go to Targos. Then we check what's happening there, and yeah, then we decide afterwards what we do.
Thought of it.
I agree. Let's go to Targos.
Alright. So you gather up your supplies, you reuse the snowshoes
Does anyone need to resupply? Because we've got discount on the dwarf shop. So.
Oh, yeah. What's the name again?
Black iron something. I forgot.
Black Iron Blades. Black Iron Blades, right?
I only wrote black iron.
Is that a blacksmith? What's that?
One way to find out.
Okay, you guys want to go there to check? Maybe
Well,
sell this. Maybe we can.
Calder's just holding that weird piece of metal in a piece of cloth, and he's like not wanting to touch it, and he's just like, yeah, I want to go see a blacksmith.
Because maybe we can also sell these bloodstones.
We also got some. Was it scimitars that the goblins have?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That was more.
How much it was? It was 5?
4 at least, or 5. I didn't keep count. We got attacked
4.
by a walrus,
It
so
was
I don't
4.
remember.
4 scimitars.
It was
Right.
4. And how much crossbows? 2 crossbows?
Same. 4.
Okay. Yeah, then let's go there.
Let's go and see if we can sell these things.
Okay, so you head across town to the Black Iron Blades. It sells all sorts of things in here. Let me just get my notes. So it's a combination shop and smithy. You can see just outside there's a blacksmith type area, like with bellows and the things. It's not currently fired up at the moment, but you can tell by the soot and everything that lying around it that it is an operation, just happens to not be working now. Inside, you see lots of stuff. You see rations, cold equipment gear, ice picks, snowshoes even, and mounts, what do you call them, like straps that you attach to a dog that when attached to a sled. So all types of things you can see would be doing there. You see 2 people in here. You see 2 dwarves, one male and one female, and they're at opposite ends of the shop, just kind of moving bits and pieces around, just doing general shop stuff. And you're the only people in the shop at the moment.
Calder, do you want to check on this stone?
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm gonna keep holding it and the little piece of cloth. I'm not actually touching it. I'm gonna go try and find the smithiest looking dwarf I can find.
Okay, well, there's 2 of them. There's a female and a male. And as I said, they are at opposite ends of the shop. Tell you what, make an insight check to see if you can work out which is the smithy. Let's see how good Calder's eyes are.
Great.
Yeah, dwarves work metal.
Yeah, I think we should ask Thoradin. Hey Thoradin, can you tell which one is the blacksmith for this shop?
Thoradin, I'll let you make a insight check, but at advantage. Yep, 1 more for the advantage.
There we go.
Oh, man. Yeah, you're not sure you've seen female blacksmiths in your time and male blacksmiths.
So I think Thoradin's going to walk towards the female.
Okay, you approach her. She's got a neatly woven red beard. Not too long, just kind of a few inches below her beard, and she's got some heavy leathers on. And says, "Hello, lad. What can I help you for? What are you looking for? Rations, cold weather gear, ice picks? What you got? We got it. What do you need? What do you need, friend?"
So we've been recommended to come and see you. some fellow dwarves at the inn centres this way at the north. Look, my colleague over here has a question about a bit of stone he's found. Do you think you'd be able to take a look for us?
Well, hand it over. Let me have a look.
So I'll beckon to Calder to come across.
I assume Calder heads across. I think it might have broke up there. I didn't hear it. But the dwarf takes the piece of metal from your hand and she holds it up to her eye, looking at it. And you hear a yell from across the room. Elsie, you daft woman! You don't know anything about this stuff. Step aside, step aside. And she says, Gone! You're as blind as a bat. You're going to even be more useless than I am. Just stay back. And he yells back, Elsie, you daft woman! You don't know what you're talking about. And they kind of bicker back and forth for a moment, and she says, just ignore him. It's my brother Garn. Yeah, he's got a bit senile in his old years. I'm not old, you daft woman. You're the old one, not me. Remember that. And she kind of grabs the bridge of her nose and says, sweet gods, he's an idiot. Okay, I can tell you, though, that this is something called Chardalin. I'll just put it in chat. Chardalin. And she recounts the story about what the dwarves told you before about a guy building a tower from something called crystal shards. The tower was destroyed, and for some reason this Chardalin has become a lot more common around here. You're like, this is valuable, and we've actually had quite a number. I mean, people come here. They come here for lots of reasons. They come here to escape their past. Maybe there's something they've done in the southern towns like Waterdeep or somewhere like Baldur's Gate. And they come here to escape their past. So we don't really ask questions. I mean, a lot of people would raise an eye that a tiefling is wandering around. And she looks at Calder. But we don't question it here in Bryn Shander. Everybody can keep to themselves. But I gotta say, some people, group of people I just don't trust are the Dark Dwarves, those goddamn Duergar, giving all of us dwarves a bad name. And they actually came into our shop a few days ago and were demanding if we had any Chardalin. We didn't. They thought we were lying though, but we locked up the shop the night before, and that night, and in the morning we found our entire place was ransacked. We think it was those damn Duergar coming looking for the Chardalin. Not happy that they trashed our place, but we were happy that they didn't get hold of any of this Chardalin. So there's been some Duergar after this Chardalin. So
does he have a name?
The Duergar that came looking?
Yeah, he said his name?
It didn't give a name. No, it just wanted the Chardalin. Very lacked common courtesy. As I say, never liked those damn Duergar.
Do we know what's a Duergar?
I think it would be common knowledge. It's a dark dwarf.
She just said that it was a dark dwarf.
Yeah, kind of the dwarven version of Drow.
Okay.
That living in the dark, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if you see any dark dwarves, those damn Duergar, make sure you don't show them the Chardalin. They'll probably slit your throat and take it. So guard that carefully.
Do you know where they come from? Like which town they come, or which region here nearby?
No, but I know when they left here, they were heading east. So maybe East Haven, Caerdanaval, Goodmead, but I know they were heading east.
Okay.
The Durgard belong underground. Or could possibly they want above ground?
Yeah.
Hey.
So what would they want from this Chatterling?
No.
Can you melt this and do like some stuff with it? Do you know what you can do with this?
Well, I am, without doubt, the best blacksmith in town. And at this, Garn says, "You're a crazy woman. I'm the best blacksmith around here. Just settle down. Are you going to sell them something? We're running a shop, woman. What are you doing? Are you just giving this information out for free? You know the common currency of dwarves. You should be asking for money for information. How are we supposed to keep this black iron blades if you start giving stuff away? Now, just shut up, guard. Just be quiet." She's sighing.
If you two stop bickering about with each other, I do have something I want to buy.
Oh, that's good. What can I sell you there, lad?
Well, we are bound to have some fighting ahead, and would you be able to sell me something more sturdy than this leather I'm wearing? Perhaps some studded leather.
Studded leather? Yeah, we could do you some studded leather. As you know, things are in short supply around here, so I do have some studded leather, in fact, that I just finished the other day, and I could sell it to you for just a mere 60 gold pieces.
Will you be taking my old leather as a discount? Also, we were told we would get 10% discount here.
And who exactly told you about the 10% discount?
Her name was Hiln?
I think that's right, says Malcolm. Let's just say it is, for argument's sake. It was either Hlyn or Hrun.
Yeah.
Tell you what. You give me that leather and I'll sell it to you for 45 gold pieces.
I got a deal.
Alright. So feel free to add studded leather to your inventory and remove the leather.
Cheers.
Give you a nice bump to your AC as well. And what about you, young tiefling? What can I get for you?
Really quick, I think it was Run, Corks, and Storn.
That sounds
The
right.
names we needed to drop, yeah. Not that wasn't Calder saying that. That was me. So Calder'd be too scared to say that. For Calder's good for now. I'm just checking my spell list, make sure I don't need any material components. But I think
I told the dwarf that we have some scimitars and crossbows to sell them.
Okay. Now, just as a note, for spell components, I'm not going to stress about it. The only exception are like things like diamonds for revivify spells. Not a problem for you guys yet. If it's got a gold component, like familiar is a classic one. If your familiar goes down, don't worry about the equipment, but you will need to pay 10 gold pieces to get your familiar back. I don't think any of you guys have familiars. But normal other things, don't worry about it. Unless it's got a consumable component, then we can just do a gold piece equivalent. But for things like diamonds to cast Revivify spells, bring back dead comrades, you'll need an actual diamond to do that. So for that. Scimitars, let's have a look at them. Well, these are ragged, almost broken in places. Oh, I guess I could reforge them.
some goblins.
Goblins.
We did take them from some goblins. Yeah.
So no doubt goblins made them, so they're in poor condition. I give you 25 gold pieces for the lot of them.
For a lot of the scimitars?
Yeah, 4 scimitars, 25 gold pieces.
And what about the crossbows?
The crossbows... These were just actually hand crossbows. Let's have a look. 4 of them. She's adding up the math in her head. Let's say 75 gold pieces. I can take them off your hands.
Sure. What do you guys think? For me, it's fine.
Sounds good to me. Can you
We can't carry on with them, so
And
throw in a
for-
little bit of cloth?
Sure. What cloth? What type of cloth are you looking for, there, lad?
Oh, just scraps. Anything.
Okay. And she goes out the back to the forge type area, and she comes with about 5 or 6 straps of leather that you imagine would be like waste material for making leather armor, for example. And she gives you these 6 short straps about 10 centimeters long. I might ask questions, but here you go. On the house.
Calder just puts them with the other rags and little bits of cloth he's been gathering.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, are you going to add this gold from on the party loot sheet, right?
Oh, yeah.
Already.
Oh, yeah, so you worked it out already. But,
Okay.
party loot, I'll just have a quick look.
I also have this. I also have this bloodstone. I'm not sure what to do with this, but if you want to buy, maybe I can sell it.
She holds up the bloodstone. Oh, it's a fine-looking bloodstone, no doubt. I think at least 25 gold pieces for one of these.
But the guy who gave to us, he said it was worth 50 gold piece.
Oh, I see, and you believed him?
Yeah, I believe.
So what do you say? 25 gold pieces, I can take it off your hands.
I don't know. No, I'll hold it for the moment. Let's see if maybe I find a use for it.
Okay,
For someone.
30 gold pieces.
Nah.
All right.
35 maybe. 35 we
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
He does that. Can I just ask the group just as Matt rather than as Calder? We do have 51 arrows in the loot pool as well that we picked up. I don't know if people need arrows, but let me know and I'll divvy them out to you.
Cheers, I think I'll be okay for now. I haven't used mine.
30 gold pieces is as good as I can go, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll hold it for now.
All right. Anything else
So,
I can fit you guys up with? What are you looking
Do you
for?
have any healing potion?
No healing potions, unfortunately. Not the type of thing we sell.
Really? Healing kit? Do you
Healing
have?
kits we could do, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe how much it is?
Trying to look up the price, I don't see it. It's a medicine kit, I think, technically.
You know if there's anywhere in town where we could get like a tent or anything like that?
You get a tent from here.
Oh, okay.
Just trying to find this. Yeah. So I play in a campaign that someone who uses a lot of healer's kit. There we go.
Healer's kit. Okay.
Healer's
Yeah.
kit. That's why I couldn't find it. Yeah, we got a healer's kit. 6 gold pieces, and it'll be good enough for 10 uses.
Okay, I'm gonna buy one.
Okay. So you So mechanically, you if someone goes down, you can use one healing kit without making a medicine check, and immediately heal, stabilize them. So useful for that.
Okay.
Proficiency with that for it to work?
Nope. You don't need medicine proficiency. Anybody can use it, and it will instantly stabilize someone. So if someone's making death saving throws, for example, you can just say, I use the medicine kit as an action, and they'll be stabilized, though they don't come back with 1 hit point. They just stay at 0, so they're unconscious but not dying.
Can you use it also to heal or not?
Don't think so. It's just to stabilize people.
Just to stabilize? Okay, that's fine.
Guys, can I just check? Can everyone hear me okay?
Yes.
I'm back. I'm back. Marvellous. Okay, thanks.
So you said that you have a tent.
Yep. Suitable for this weather as well. Nice cold water tent. A good 2-person tent will set you back 3 gold pieces.
3 gold pieces each?
Yep, for a 2-person tent.
2 person. Okay, so.
Thing a bit bigger.
What was that?
Do you have anything a bit bigger?
No, just the 2-person tent, sorry.
Okay. I'm going to purchase one of those then.
Okay. And to be quite honest, if you had took a bigger tent, you plan to camp out in the wilderness, quite frankly, the thing will be blown away. So, 2-person tent, I think, is going to be your best bet.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy another one.
Okay. So, yeah, 2 will be 6 gold pieces.
For that,
total.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to take that out of my personal stash for 1.
Sure.
Yeah, me as well.
Okay.
Did I miss something about medical kits?
Yeah,
What was the price on those?
They bought a healer's kit. It was 6 gold pieces, and mechanically it enables you to stabilize a dying ally. It just
Okay,
takes
so it's
an action.
reusable.
It's 10. Can we use it 10 times? So there's 10
Cool.
uses
Right,
in it.
thanks.
And it'll stabilize someone to 0 hit points. But yeah, it's a very useful thing to have, especially at low levels.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I bought one healer's kit.
So we're just going to stick with 1, aren't we? Or do you want to
Yeah.
have a couple?
I think it's fine for now.
Okay. Sorry to make you go back over that.
That's all right, no problem. Anything else I can get you, lads?
I think we're good, aren't we?
Yeah. Do you know if you have some place here that sells healing potions?
Good ask.
We don't. I know of nobody in Bryn Shander.
Okay.
I hear rumors of alchemists up in Lonelywood, though. You could try there. There's an old halfling lady up there. Maybe you can talk to her.
Okay. Yeah, so I think that's it. Thank you very much.
Okay. She wishes you a good day, and she goes back to bickering with her brother.
Before I left, I get close to her and I ask her, like, is that offensive for a dwarf to give him a finger?
What? Excuse me? Give a dwarf a finger? What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah. Don't need to talk loud. It's just 2 of us here. Yeah, because like I was in the job, and then we ran out of this guy that was dead, the dwarf, and he was like dead with his limbs all over the place. So I took the finger just to bring it back to his friends. Like, I don't know, maybe they want to bury it, or I don't know, a gesture of compassion or something like that. But they were kind of upset with me afterwards. So I don't know.
Yeah, don't do that again.
Uh, uh, okay.
I mean, where I want to be buried is back in my traditional mines, way down south of here. Dwarves want to be buried in their mines, preferably their whole body too. So, yeah, that's just weird, dude.
Noted. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I think we are going to go to Targos now, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's where we're heading next, I think.
Okay. So you get your snowshoes on, and you feel that it's even getting colder, which is really the only indication of nighttime here is a sudden dip in the temperature. And you make your way to Targos, and on your way out of town, you just got to remember, how far you've come already. You've befriended dwarves, you've defeated some goblins, you've survived a night in the wilderness, and you're making good decisions about buying stuff that's going to be useful. And you feel so inspired that, bing, level 2.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's good.
Hooray!
Okay, so I'm gonna just take a quick break, like just a couple of minutes. So feel free to use this time to level up. In case you don't know, the easiest way to do it, I'll drag you across to the home page. Is, do you know how to use the character mancer?
Malcolm, do we roll for HP?
That
Do
is
we
your
take the average?
choice. That is your choice. You can either roll for it or take the average. If you roll for it though, and if you roll a 1 on the dice, feel free to re-roll it, because there's nothing worse than rolling a 1, like Grimmick did there. So Grimmick,
No, he didn't
re-roll
even
that.
roll. He didn't even roll because I mistyped.
Oh,
Oh, that's
there
not
we go.
bad. That's not bad.
Yep. And Calder, yeah, you can re-roll that, Calder.
What?
Yeah.
2 of us in a row.
Yeah. There you go, so 6, and obviously add your constitution. So while you're doing that, I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. But enjoy level 2.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay.
Absolutely insane damage.
I am back, gentlemen. Okay. Just one quick thing. Ah. Make one quick adjustment here. Okay, so you leave the confines of Bryn Shander. As all of you know, in fact, if there is one safe place in all of Icewind Dale, it would be Bryn Shander. It does have fortifications around it, has a good standing army, if you like, to stand up and defend the town if needed. But you start your journey across to Targos. The wind is whipping around your face. It's cold. It's miserable. And you can't help but look around at your companions, and everybody, you're almost unrecognizable in the snow, apart from some height differences. And just your eyes are peeking through. You saw what happened to the poor dwarves back in Bryn Shander, who have lost nose, eyes and fingers, and you're doing your damnedest to do it, to not fall into the same track of frostbite. Thankfully, the weather is just merely bad. But you trudge on, and just before the wind really, really gets cold, you pull into the town of Targos. It's Targos. And just some things you notice about Targos as you're entering. It looks a population similar in size to Bryn Shander. It's got a frozen harbor, and this is fairly common around these areas. The harbor is just completely frozen over. So where you see the harbor there's no ships moving. Everything is landlocked. And you look out in the distance, and you see some dark figures out on the ice. And you're wondering who'd be the hell out there in this type of weather. But as you approach, they also approach town. And you see them carrying some of this knucklehead trout that you've seen before. And you get the suspicion that these are ice fishermen. How they go out into the ice, they dig a big hole in the ice and use it that way to capture the trout. Not the best way, of course, but this is what you have to do to survive. Now, as you trudge through the town, getting your bearings, looking for a place to stay, because it is quite late now, you hear the bark of a dog over the whistle of like, row, row, and a wolf-sized sled dog with light grey fur runs towards you, dragging a broken leather harness behind it. And it kind of comes up to you. The dog looks tired. It's got this harness around it, and approaches Calder actually, and starts pawing at Calder and just whining.
Like runs away.
Calder runs away. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go hide behind Malik.
Okay, it still seems reasonably interested in Calder, but then it starts whimpering at Malik, and almost to the point where it's putting its paws up on your chest.
Yeah, I get to on my knee, and then I start pat his head and say goodbye.
He likes that, and he kind of nuzzles into you, and he doesn't lick your hand because that's kind of dangerous to do. Like, it's literally like minus 30 degrees out there, so cold. That's Celsius. Random trivia, I know minus 40 degrees Celsius and minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit is the same temperature. So no matter what scale you use, it's damn cold. But this dog keeps on whimpering at you, and then it gets down from your chest and walks about 5 feet away, and then looks back at you.
Do you want to follow me? You want me to follow you?
It just
Is that
stares. It stares at you.
Okay, I go after him.
Okay, it walks another 10 feet away, looks behind.
I look around and try to see if I can see the owner of the dog or someone that is.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
You look around. There's people going about their business, but they're not being friendly. No one's making eye contact with you, which is really your only way you can tell what people are doing, because they're just so covered up in furs. No one seems particularly interested in this dog or you.
Okay, I go after the dog again.
Okay. And this pattern continues. He goes, goes ahead 10, 15 feet, turns around, waits for you to follow. Are the rest of you following along?
Yep.
I keep looking.
Ollie's just clutching the back of Malik.
Okay.
I keep looking to see if I can see like someone else also following us or the dog, something like that.
Make another perception check then to see if anybody is being suspicious.
Wow, finally.
You look around, no one cares.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I keep going after the dog again.
Okay, so the dog leads you through town to a fairly modest dwelling, kind of close to the harbour. And the dog starts scratching at the door. And a human man opens the door. He's a fairly handsome-looking guy, about in his 30s. He opens the door, and the dog rushes in, and this guy looks at you.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Oh." He
Hey,
initially
hi.
had a smile, but it fades as this dog comes in.
Sorry, I didn't want to bother you, but I don't know, I was playing with the dog. I was petting him, and it seems that he wants me to follow him. So yeah, I didn't want to bother you. Sorry.
It's okay, no problem.
Is that a problem?
Well, it's not a problem what you did, but I'm worried about this leather harness that has been dragging behind it. Just come in. Let's talk. Come in.
Okay. I look behind. I look for the group, and like I'm looking, meaning like do you want to enter? Like I look for to the group and looking for approval to go in.
Yes, so Thoradin's right behind you, and so he's happy to get inside the wall. So he might even push you in a little bit.
Okay, so I go inside.
It's like no.
No. Yeah, I keep going. I think. Yeah.
You ignore him. He's just scared.
Okay. Yeah.
Look, just come in from out of the cold. Come on, there's just me here. There's no danger. Not everybody's out there particularly. Just come inside. Come on. It's cold to go in.
Yeah, if Malik's going in, he's going in.
All right. Okay. I know everyone out here, they're just trying to survive, and that's all we've been doing. Like, I was born here in 10 Towns, but but my husband, he came from a wealthy family in Neverwinter. So, where are my manners? My name is Keegan.
Keegan.
Keegan, I'll put it in the chat. Keegan Valerin. Pleasure to meet you all. Where are my manners? Can I get anybody a drink? Are you hungry?
Yeah, if you have any halo, to be nice.
Okay, so Keegan goes and he brings back some water and some dried knucklehead trout. Just sorry, this is I don't have a lot, and knucklehead trout is pretty much all there is to eat around here. But help yourself. Sorry. So my name's Keegan. Yeah, as I said, I was born from a wealthy family. But my husband Garrett, he didn't care for the city life. So when I met him, he was just working as a guide. He loved to climb and be outdoors. And a few days ago, Garrett was hired by some adventurers to lead him to the slopes of Calvin's Cairn. And Garrett, my husband, his plan was to take the adventurers to Cair Connig, the town at the foot of Calvin's Cairn. And after they'd acquired some Calvin gear from the outfitter there, he was to lead them up the mountain. And Garrett took 6 dogs in a sled with him. Boy here, he says, gesturing to the dog, was his favourite. Rescued him from a pup. And Boy would never have left Garrett's side unless something terrible had happened. So whoever it was who said good boy before, you are literally right. His name is literally Boy.
Okay. Jackpot.
It's a lot to ask, and I know there are so many problems here in Ten Towns, but might I persuade you to go up there and look for Garrett and his companions? I don't have any money, but the proprietor of the Luskan Arms is a friend of mine, and I could get you some free rooms at the inn. I'm also a scrimshander by trade and could give you some of my artwork. But it's not worth much, I confess. So, could you help my husband?
It's a scrimshander.
I had to look this up myself. A scrimshander is someone who takes bones and things like that and carves pictures in them. So it's a form of art. It's a form of art.
Why bones?
What was that, sorry?
I'm asking her why bones? Why do you do your art on bones?
It's not just bones. It's normally ivory.
Yeah, ivory.
Okay.
Ivory is a classic one, and bones is a poor substitute. But ivory,
hard
to come by. Yeah. So imagine a really elaborate elephant tusk and lots of intricate designs in it. This is why they thought it was a good idea to kill elephants, so you can make some scrimshander, because that's more important. And Keegan is a he, by the way. Husband and husband.
Okay.
Well, I do scrimshander just to make ends meet as best I can. I mean, Garrett, he makes some money by leading these adventurers. I mean, he's the outdoors man, and I just do it and try and make ends meet. Though to be honest, art is not high up on people's priorities at the moment, but it's what I do.
Yeah, the free rooms are interesting, but having access to the what's called the sled with the dogs, having access to the sled would be awesome. If you can, I don't know, talk with your husband after we fight him. It'd be nice if we could lend the sledge or maybe help us, because we need to move around. So I don't know. We have a lot of things to do.
Well, I understand what you're saying.
So we could hire him as a guy.
Yeah, Garrett would be keen for that, but I think that's something you could discuss with Garrett. He could maybe hook you up with some sled and some dogs. It's kind of what he does. But if you could find him, I think we could come to some. I'm just desperate to get my husband back. I have a lot of faith in his survival skills, but he's been gone a while.
How many days is he missing?
Just a few days ago, but he should have sent word by now. I'm worried, quite frankly. I'm not sure. Maybe something happened on Calvin's cairn itself. Maybe something happened in Cairnog, but something's wrong. He should have been back by now. I'm worried.
So he went to?
I'll show you on the map. So, he is saying he went. The mission was Calvin's cairn, which is this hill up here, and that he was going to Cair Connig to get supplies, then go to Calvin's cairn and presumably come back to Targos. So he went the long way around. He could have gone through Tourmaline, but then it would have been this overland section here. So in his opinion, well, this is what he told him, that going to go to Cair Connig, get some supplies, go to Calvin's cairn, and maybe back in a couple of days. And he further goes on, he's always on time. So worried.
Look at it.
But
So why did the people want to go to Calvin's cairn again?
I don't know. They did mention one thing though. Let me see what I can remember. There was he did take 3 people with him. I think. Let's see. There was. There was a Goliath. There was a halfling and a tiefling. Yeah, that's right. A Goliath, halfling, and a tiefling. And the Goliath, from what I understand, he was desperate to find Tarok. Have you guys heard of Tarok?
no.
Were you DM?
Probably not. So Tarok is this great beast. Some say he walks as a polar bear. Some say he just walks as a human. So he lives somewhere in the fuzziness between a polar bear and a human. Some people say he's a noble creature looking out to help other people. Some say it's just a savage. And I got the impression that this Goliath wanted to test its mettle a bit against Tarok. And Calvin's cairn was rumoured where it could be. So perhaps so that's what they were doing. No, that's what the Goliath wanted. I can't speak for the halfling and the tiefling though, but that's what they were headed there for this Goliath to test his mettle against Tarok. So that's all I know. I mean, if we could
dangerous. Why did your husband want to join them on that?
It's what he does. He's a guide. He was going to get them there if there was anything apart from normal wildlife on the mountain. He'd come back as he always does. Maybe this Goliath dragged him farther than he wanted to go to find this Tarok. I don't know, but this is what my husband does. He guides people.
So I think that we should go try and find him. We could do with the guys. We need some help, don't we, guys? So what does everyone think?
So we could really use the guide and the transport.
That we'll be so grateful, so grateful.
So how could we recognise him?
Well, he's probably the only person out there with a Goliath, a tiefling, and a halfling. But I like to think of him as good looking. He has long brown hair and a long brown shaggy beard. He's quite athletic.
Is he also a human? Or?
Yes, we're both humans. He's a human.
Okay.
I
And just to
think
be sure, can you tell us something that only he would know about you? Just in case we find someone who is pretending for some strange reason to be him.
Oh, it's almost like you've done this thing before. That's an excellent question. Ask him what the most recent scrimshaw I made, and that would be a depiction of Auril, the Ice Maiden. That's the most recent one I made that he knows of.
Right. Okay.
And thank you so much for taking on this expedition. I think the best, if you do make it to Caer Konig, maybe go to Frozen Fire Expeditions. They're an adventuring outfitter and they sell like mountain climbing equipment and things like that. They also have some dog sleds and a kennel there. So if you do find my husband, maybe he can arrange something for you there.
I don't mean to be rude or cut your hope, but Caer Konig and Kelvin's Cairn is a long, long way away. For your dog to be here, if he's out there, he's been there for a while now. It'll take us a while to find him, so we can't promise we'll find him alive.
I understand. These are difficult times, and ever since this blasted winter started, nigh on 2 years ago now, wine has been scarce, food has been scarce. I mean, I don't approve of it, but people are worried. They started sacrificing people here in Targos every 30 days or so. It's concerning. People are scared, and I understand that he's just one man, and he might be dead, but I can hope, can't I?
Of course you can. And speaking of that, we heard there was a murder in 10.
Yes. Yes, someone was murdered here. Let me just go to my notes and I'll tell you more about it. This is Malcolm looking at notes.
Sorry.
So, well, it was unusual. It was actually a shipbuilder here in Targos. He was a dwarf a shipbuilder, and he was found dead. It was about the time of the sacrifice, so it's about a month ago, and he seemed to have been stabbed through the heart. But it was something odd about the weapon that felled him. People talked about a glow of blue around the wound, like over and above what would normally be frostbite. And yeah, so it was a human shipbuilder. That's about all I can tell you.
And do you know where he lives or used to live?
Yeah, I can just point you to the house, no problem. He did live alone. My understanding is no one has moved into his house, but I can definitely show you where his house is.
Okay.
But it's late. It's getting cold outside. You're more than welcome to sleep on the floor here if you like, but no cost. You could stay at the Luskin Arms or Triglio if you like, but they will charge you. It's up to you, but it is late.
So, guys, so I asked the group like if they want to, investigate more about the murders or take the night and then tomorrow go after his husband. What do you guys think?
If the murder happened a month ago, The trail has gone cold. We're better off speaking with some authority in town. Perhaps
That's
they
true.
investigated it. And regarding going to Caer Konig, I thought we were going to Tourmaline first. Try and find our friend.
Mm-hmm.
On the way.
I think it's on the way.
I think if we go from Tourmaline to Caer Konig, this is me talking, not Grimmock, we risk getting lost in the snow because there's no beaten path. Is that right, DM?
Yep. Overland travel is dangerous.
Gotcha.
Because if you see a map where there's a road, I don't think we have the risk of getting lost unless there's a heavy blizzard. Up to you guys. Grimmock is easy, and as long as there's a reward, he will follow. Seems like this one is very good-hearted, but there's
So
many stops along the way. Perhaps we can find more tasks.
So the option would be to go to Tourmaline or go to east or maybe halfway East Haven and then go north.
We have plenty of options, I think. Now we got East Haven. There's a murder to investigate. Good Meads. I heard there's a problem with the beer supply. It's been attacked by giants, I think. Tourmaline is having problems with goblins. I'm just reading my notes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So far, you're on the money. Yep.
And we have to go to Frozen Far Expedition in Caer Konig. So it's all over. That's up to us where we want to go
I
first.
I see.
And there was someone in Lonely Wood as well, wasn't there, who would maybe have healing potions?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, I've got that on a different page.
Yeah, so I mean, we could probably go up to. I think Malcolm Tourmaline was probably about 5 hours, wasn't it, from Targos?
Let me tell you.
Just over half a day.
So from Targos to Tourmaline is about 4 hours on foot.
Okay. So we could potentially do that. Maybe go up to Lonely Wood, then work our way back down and then across. I don't know.
Okay. Fine for me. Yeah.
Seems like there will be a quest on each of these towns. So
let's hope.
That's very meta of your character, but might be true.
Yeah, more money.
I'm enjoying it. I don't mean it like a cold comment. I'm enjoying it. Makes it go around. I like that.
Yeah. What is good about the 10 towns is very much like a sandbox. Like you can go wherever you like. Like I'm not forcing you to go anywhere, which is kind of cool. The cool thing about it, you can explore and do things and not do things. And I mean, like going to Tourmaline to Lonelywood is a very different experience than Caer Dineval and Caer Connacht going that way. So it's really completely up to you, which is one thing I really love about this.
I made up my mind. I want to go to Tourmaline and Lonelywood, get potions, get stocked, and then head back. That's what Grimmock would suggest.
Okay, fine for me.
I won't ask Calder because I think he won't have an opinion here.
Croydon's very happy with that as an idea.
Excellent.
Calder's actually very happy about the idea of getting some healing potions and beans.
Okay, good.
So, what's it going to be? You're more than welcome to sleep on the floor here. But you'd be more comfortable.
Yeah, I think if you're not going to, I don't know, to bother you, for me it's fine sleeping here.
Oh, it's no bother at all. And he goes out the back and gets some simple blankets. I'm sorry, I should ask, are all of you happy to stay here?
Looks like a very comfortable floor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the price is good. And so Keegan lays down some blankets for you. Does your best to make you comfortable. Serves you a simple meal of what's the meal, guys? You should know it by now.
Knucklehead trout.
Knucklehead trout. Yep. I mean, one thing you've just noticed around the place is there's no crops around, no way to grow vegetables. Normally there is a summer in the 10 towns where you can get some crops planted and nice vegetables and stuff, but when you have a winter that's literally gone on for 2 years, no chance. So he serves you knucklehead trout. You're not yet sick of it, but maybe soon you will be. And he bids you good night. He puts on a simple fire that's warm. Boy goes and sleeps in presumably Keegan and his husband's bed, Garrett's. And unless you have something you want to talk about or do, we can go to the next morning.
I just want to describe what's happening with Malik during the night.
Sure.
Because it has to do with his level. So during the night, Malik is having like a nightmare. If you guys have a look at him while he sleeps, you can see that he's moving a lot and he's sweating, and he's talking in his sleep. And he's basically having a vision like a lot of whispers and because on the way here to Tentals, he was in this ship and he had a vision on the ship as well. And on this ship, he agreed with the whispers to like make a deal with the I don't know, the creature or something that is talking with him in order to find his let's say girlfriend. So in this night, during this sleep, this creature reached out to him again, and he's having those whispers. And during that, the creature is asking him, "Are you really want to do this? I can give you what you want. I can help you find your girlfriend." And then Malik just accept, and he's now has one level of warlock, and he's a hexblade warlock. And yeah, he's basically now during the next, let's say, weeks, he'll be more upset, like a teenager in a bad day. Like you can see on his face that he's feeling bad. He's like he's mad about something, but nobody knows why, because he was fine the last day, but then suddenly in the morning the next day he's kind of strange. You can tell that he's really strange because he's quiet. He can see that he's in anger, like yeah, he's looking bad. But yeah, he did this, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry, so did you share with all of us that you were on this ship?
I think I told it or not.
It's up to
I
you.
don't remember. I don't remember if I said
I
it.
don't remember you saying, yeah, this is the first time.
Yeah. So yeah.
I think you told me, buddy.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Caldo knows that. Yeah. Caldo knows.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, I'll play as if I don't know, okay? Because you haven't said to the team.
Yeah, but you know, because we travel together. So.
Okay.
But other than that, the other guys. Yeah. Let's say that I didn't tell you yet, but yeah. Next morning, I'm a angered teenager having a bad day. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, very cool.
Same vein, while you guys are sleeping, if anyone sees Calder, you notice that the shadows they're just a bit longer around him, and he tries to get into the light, but it's never really that. It's never as light around him as it should be. And that's it.
So much character stuff. I love it. It's awesome.
Well, if any of you need to go for a wee during the night, and you look inside wherever Grimmick is supposed to be sleeping, he ain't there.
Okay.
In the morning, he's there. During the night, he ain't.
The way for that, or
I don't know where he's went or where he's been, but he's just not there.
And if anyone happens to look over to where Thoradin is sleeping, or should be sleeping, he's sleeping.
Great dwarf role playing.
He's snoring a lot.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's noises coming from everywhere.
I was going to say something about Keegan and Boy as well, how they mysteriously stayed in their bed the entire night and slept soundly. Well, probably not soundly, actually. He's missing his husband, so yeah. Okay, but morning comes. What do you wish to do?
The guy's gonna head for the tavern for breakfast and perhaps find a speaker before we leave. There's a long, long walk ahead of us.
Yeah, let's go.
Keegan pipes up. Well, you'll actually find the speaker he actually stays rather strangely at the oh wait, have I got my notes confused here? One quick second.
you mean you don't have every single NPC in your entire world memorized?
No, I don't. Strangely not. Yeah, you'll actually find him at the Luskin Arms. That's where he lives. So it's actually a better bet to find him at the Luskin Arms. So you could kill two birds with one stone. Head to the Luskin Arms, get some breakfast, and yeah, I'm sure
You
you'll
said
see
you
him.
have some friends there. You said you have some friends there, right?
Yeah, I do.
Would you mind introducing us?
Sure. I'm sure Owen will be happy to see you. Well, that's a turn of phrase. You'll see when you get there. Come on, I'll show you to the Luskin Arms. And
You guys see that in the morning the dog was going to play with Malik, but Malik just kind of ignored the dog.
it's okay, boy. It's okay, boy. Just stay with me. I know you're worried about Garrett. It's okay. And he takes you over to the Luskin Arms. Even at this early hour, there's still some people inside of the Luskin Arms. Some of them look like they were maybe some of the ice fishermen, and life got too hard for them, and they drank too much, and they fell asleep right when they finished drinking. The proprietor of the inn is a human, and he Keegan tows you down to a table and says, Owen, come over here. There's some people I'd like you to meet. And the barkeep or innkeep, you're not sure, he's doing the classic task what every innkeep does ever, and it has a very, very dirty rag and is attempting to spare some clean some glasses, but just really moving the dirt around, not for much else. He's he's balding, and he comes up and says, hi, Keegan. What is it? These are my friends. Maybe some breakfast for my friends. And Owen says, okay. And he goes to you, presumably at the back of the Luskin Arms, and presumably prepares breakfast. And you look around, and then it has sturdy walls, but the floorboards are quite rotten. As you walk across, you could hear it creaking under your feet, and drafts are coming up from below. And there's rats. There's lots of rats scurrying around, and the first one of you says, "Oh, look, a rat!" And you say, "Oh, that is a rat." Then another rat comes, another rat comes, and all of a sudden it becomes uninteresting to point out that there are rats in this place.
Fine establishment this is, lads.
Eventually, Owen comes back and puts a plate of gently boiled knucklehead trout. That's it. Like, usually when you order fish in a restaurant, you have all sorts of accompaniments, but it's literally a boiled fish. And he walks back, and Ken says, "Oh, well, don't forget, we need to pay you." And he hands him over 5 silver pieces, and Owen kind of shrugs and sits back behind the bar and stares off into the middle distance somewhere and continues to move dirt around on these cups. What would you like to do?
So not thoroughly put off by knucklehead trout yet. I think Thoradin's going to tuck in.
Okay, very good.
Enjoying some hop.
Grimmick will ask around where can he find the speaker. Talk to him.
Oh, he's upstairs. He lives here. He'll be down, I assume, not too long. And as he says that, someone does come down the stairs. It's a human man. He's got a short, trim beard, brown hair, called a shoulder length. And he's dressed in, fine leathers. There's leathers that are designed to keep you warm, and leathers that are designed to both keep you warm and look good in. And he's on the latter side. The leathers are more than just functional; they're decorative as well, which is odd to see. And he comes down the stairs, and he immediately sees these 4 new visitors, and he approaches the table and says, "Ah, Keegan, I see you've brought some visitors to the Luskin Arms. It is a pleasure to meet new people. I am the speaker here. My name is Speaker Nerth Maxlandar. It's a pleasure to meet you all. What brings you to Targos?"
We're not here to stay. We're on our way to Tourmaline. Although we did hear that you had troubles not like a month ago or so. Someone got murdered. Apparently a fish builder. A boat builder, sorry.
A fish builder.
Yeah.
It's a word for a fish builder. It's called a fish.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. We did have the shipbuilder. He was murdered here. I speak to the other speakers, and they told me that they have also had murders in East Haven and Bryn Shander. And it always happens around the time of the sacrifice. You'll be pleased to know we had a sacrifice just a couple of days ago, so you don't need to worry. But he was a shipbuilder. Quite frankly, we need lots of things at the moment, but shipbuilders are not one of them, so... yeah, he got murdered, but such is life in the 10 towns, am I right?
Don't seem too smitten by his death. Was this shipbuilder in your blacklist, perhaps?
Oh, I don't know what you're implying, but I do not like your tone.
I'm merely saying that for a speaker of town, you don't seem to care much for its inhabitants. You speak of his death like it was just some normal affair.
Well, look, friend, and I pray that we do remain friends. I'm doing my best to keep Targos alive. I'm trying my best. You speak to any one of these fishermen around here, and they will tell you that I am doing my utmost for this town. So forgive me if I'm not concerned about a shipbuilder who is quite useless. I have much bigger problems to take care of, not the least of which is keeping this town alive. So once again, watch your tone.
I get up
Mm-hmm.
and I get him by the his clothes,
Uh-huh.
and
You could have bet.
I pull him, and I say to him, "Do you wanna die? I'm not having a good day today, so."
So my headphones lost power, so I had to plug them in. I heard last thing I heard was I would be careful with your tone, something like that.
Malik, why don't you pick up again from that point?
Yeah, I get up and I grab the guy by his clothes and I pull close to my face and I tell him, "Do you want to die today?
I
Let
wouldn't
me.
be
I'm not,
worrying about
I'm
me.
not having a good day, and
I'm
you will
not.
not speak to my friend like this."
Oh, you're not grabbing me. You're grabbing him. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
the
grabbing him.
speaker.
Yeah, I grab the speaker.
And the speaker, he doesn't seem terribly threatened by you. And he says, "Listen, friend.
Don't call me friend.
Listen, friend. You are literally threatening the life of a speaker. I suggest you put me down and apologize, or else, quite frankly, if it gets out that you've even harmed a hair on my body, you won't be welcome in Targos. You won't be welcome in Bryn Shander. You won't be welcome anywhere. And you will die alone and cold in your wilderness. So take your goddamn hands off me."
I shake him and I say, "How much they pay you to do the drawings and pick those that has no money and keep those with money alive? How
Okay,
much they pay you?"
he looks
It's
around.
like desperately pawing at the back of Malik at this point, trying to pull him away.
He looks around and says,
Those
"Guards!"
hormones.
And 5 rather large, burly-looking humans come around. "This is your last chance, friend. Put me down."
Okay, Grimming will grab Malik. He's short, so he can't actually grab you by your torso, but rather by your trousers. I'm sorry, speaker. I think this is a misunderstanding. Even yesterday, I was telling my friend here, it's a bad habit to talk like this to the speaker of towns. Um, Perhaps he has wax in his ears. I apologize on his behalf.
Make a
Um,
persuasion
I
check at disadvantage.
persuasion.
Yep, at disadvantage. Your friend is literally threatening this guy's life.
Calder's
Ooh.
trying to pull as hard as he can as well.
Tell your friend to let me go now, and it'll just be a matter of a small fine.
I apologize on his behalf. I think he's just hungry. His knucklehead trout has been eaten by a rat.
No. I want an apology from him. Are you still holding on to him, Malik?
I'm slowly letting him go because I see the guards and I fear for my friends. Like I'm not much caring for me, but I'm caring for my friends. So because of that, I'm letting him slowing down.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll say nothing. I just uh,
Oh, no, no,
uh,
no, no. I need an apology from you, she says, looking directly at Malik. And by this time, the guards have surrounded. There's a circle of guards, I guess, around Malik. Who was pulling Malik away from? Was Grimmick?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's Grimmick, Malik, and the
Sure.
speaker all kind of clumped together, and the 5 guards has formed a circle around him. I say once
Calder
again.
as well.
Oh, Calder. That's true. That's true. I
Mhm.
want an apology from you.
Okay, you have your way today, but let's see the next time. And I say, okay, I'm sorry. Didn't want to cause you any trouble.
And now there's the matter of compensation as well. Laying your hands on a town speaker carries a fine of 100 gold pieces.
Speaker, you said you have bigger trouble, bigger fish to fry. Forgive my pun. Than investigating the death of this shipbuilder. Perhaps instead of a fine, we can take some care of some of the issues you're having in town.
Oh, 100 gold pieces would go a long way to solving my issues. 100 gold pieces, please.
I'll look at Malik and say, well, you've done this.
Yeah, I say I don't have to gold. That's it. You already have my apology.
I don't know if that's a persuasion check or a deception check. Do you in fact have 100 gold? Not personally. How much do you have
Yeah,
in the party?
I don't have on me. I don't have on me, but I don't have. It's not mine.
It's
Also,
exactly
it's for the group.
the group fund has exactly 100 gold, 21 silver.
This is the problem of having a party loot sheet.
Yeah, but I can say that I don't have.
So make a deception check, because kind of you do.
Okay, deception.
Yep. Oops. Ooh. Not bad.
Yeah.
I tell you what. My guards are going to search you. Take whatever gold you have on you. And I like the look of that shield as well. So why don't you hand that over to me?
It's yours. Take it.
Okay. So you no longer have a
Didn't
shield.
want it anymore.
Okay. And the guards search you. Are you going to allow them to search you?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so they take the 8 silver pieces and the 9 gold pieces.
Okay. Sorry, this is not updated. I actually have only 3 because I bought the
Oh, sure.
healers. I bought the healers kit and the tent. So this was both 6. I mean, the total was 6.
Okay,
So
well,
I now have
regardless, I'm going to
3.
adjust your character sheet. You have exactly that much gold now.
Okay.
And you don't have your
Nothing.
shield as well, so your AC is going to be appropriately adjusted.
Okay.
Down to 16. And
We
now...
call this in my line of, you know, we call this in my line of work.
What's
In
that?
real life, that is.
Mhm.
Natural consequences.
Well, I like it though. I like it. Man, it's a foolish thing for Malik to do, but I like it that Malik did it. Right? This is
It was more.
It's good in character too. It makes
Yeah.
sense with his grumpy ass character. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's just because of that.
Yeah.
But I mean, the way that he spoke with Toragin, I think, I didn't like it. So yeah, that was.
And this is what I love about D&D, right? You have characters that do things that I would never threaten, like the mayor of a town, but Malik literally did that, and that's great.
Yeah.
This is one of the things I love about D&D. Anyway, he says, well, perhaps it's best if you head elsewhere for the day. Targos does not welcome people who threaten speakers, so it's best you be on your way.
Grimmick hastily finishes his beard and we'll be on our way, don't you worry. Thank you, speaker.
Okay. And do you leave the Luskin Arms?
Hmm.
Yes, and when we get out of sight of the speaker, Grimek is actually going to give 10 gold pieces to Malik, and is going to say, "Lad, you might not have much inside your head, but I like your courage. And so take 10 gold pieces.
No, man, I don't need it. It was
That's
on
alright,
him.
it's in your pocket already, so you don't have the time to argue.
Okay. Okay.
Keegan pipes up at this point. What the hell was that all about? If I need my husband back, you guys need to come back here with my husband.
I don't need to give you any explanation. Okay? You want your husband back? So, yeah, keep to yourself, and we are going to do whatever we want to do. And, yeah, don't worry. Your husband will be back.
Keegan raises his hands, almost slightly faces. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thank you once again. Yeah. So, bring him back safely. That's all I ask. And he reaches down, and starts scratching behind the ears of Boy. He says, "Boy, you're going to help them find him, aren't you?" And by this time, of course, the harness is off, and Boy kind of snuggles into him, and then he joins up with you, presumably to lead you to where Garrett is.
Really? Nice.
Yep, you have a companion with you called Boy.
Calder's going to scratch him behind the ears.
Nice. Hey, yeah, make an animal handling check to see how well you endear yourself to him.
Yeah, animal handling. Not really my forte. Where is it? No.
He's indifferent towards you. He seems to be more concerned about getting his master back then. And who could blame him? Okay, so, yeah. So, Boy functions like a wolf. I'll get a more interesting icon for him, but that's what wolves can do. Did you guys see that pop up?
Yes.
Yeah. So, but I'll control Boy. So where do you want to go? I mean, it sounds like you wanted to go to Tourmaline first,
Yeah.
and then maybe Lonely Wood, and then across to Calvin's Cairn on foot, it seems. Okay. So, with your snowshoes and pack, a wolf dog who's used to these type of conditions, you start heading out once again. The weather starts off terrible, but then it kicks in, and it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And so bad, in fact, that fortunately another blizzard kicks in. The weather turns terrible once again. And you start asking yourself, what the hell are we doing out here? This is no place for humans to be, even at the best of times. But another horrible, horrible blizzard cracks across the 10 towns. What do you guys do?
Grimek is gonna grab some rope, and he's gonna start giving it to everyone. Telling you to wrap yourselves around the rope and try and follow the road.
I take the rope, and also I do like a knot on Boy, on the wolf, the dog.
Sure. Okay, so you strap yourselves together and start pushing through this blizzard. It's hard. Let me just quick thing. So who's leading this thing out front?
I think I'm going on the front.
Okay.
As I'm kind of upset, I'm going like try to walk faster than everybody. Like I don't want to talk
Okay,
much.
so
So,
just head
yeah.
down and grind your way through it. Now, the visibility is severely reduced. It's to about 30 feet, sometimes a bit less. And none of you guys have any real eye protection, so it's really biting into your eyes and it's becoming really, really hard to see. So you can try to stick to the path as best you can. So Malik, why don't you make me a perception check, but at disadvantage, because you can't see much at all. Perception check at disadvantage.
But I'm going ahead, but I'm following boy. So I don't know if it helps, but okay.
No. Nope.
The perception.
Perception at disadvantage.
Will he be going towards Calvin's cairn, right? We don't really want to follow him.
So we'll take the first one, 16. So you press on, not really sure where you're going. Visibility is terrible, and as you travel through the it's still daytime technically, but the visibility is zero. I need you all to make me another Constitution saving throw. Including boy, actually. Constitution saving.
Well, every one of them.
Yeah, Thoradin. That's everybody. Yep, just Thoradin. Point of exhaustion as you push.
Hey,
through
that's
this.
my first pass.
That's good. But with who is leading the way? Malik, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, with a 19. Oh no, with a 6. Is that right? With
No,
8.
that's Toradi. I was 18. My Constitution saving throw.
No, I'm talking about your perception check to follow the road.
My perception was 16 and a 9.
So 9, because it was a disadvantage. Remember?
Yes.
So push on. Just look at one quick thing. Okay, so after I'm going to say after an hour you get about there, no blizzard was coming, but the second hour is when the blizzard really starts kicking in, which is why we had your survival check. Okay, and it's starting to get really confusing. Thankfully, you're tied together, because you do notice, let's say Thoradin start wandering off in his cold stupor, but the rope is tight enough, and you kind of bring Thoradin back on course. Okay, you press on for another hour. The storm is still pelting down. Let's see how long it goes for. It's going to last for actually, I'll do that as a GM roll. Okay, so after another hour, things are still looking grim. The blizzard comes down, and you don't know. You might be getting closer to Tourmaline, you might not.
I ask everybody if they want to find some place like to I don't know, to wait for the blizzard, or what do you guys think?
Would Grimmick be able to see better in the snow with his devil eyes?
Can you bring up the description for that? Actually, I'll look it up. Oh, there we go.
It's okay.
You can see both. Yeah, that doesn't help, unfortunately, because it's not a darkness thing, it's a sheer quantity of snow thing.
I understand.
The devil side does.
Just curious.
No, good idea, though. So what are you guys going to do? Press on? Try and find shelter?
I think Richard's on myself. It's probably going to go with what other people want to do.
What do you think, Grimlock?
I'll say we press on. We can't be
Okay.
too far by now.
Yeah, I think Thoradin's, although he's exhausted, will want to get out of this, so he'd agree.
Alright, so you press on through the blizzard. You travel for another hour. Exactly where you traveled, only the GM knows. But make me another perception check at disadvantage.
Me?
And
Okay.
you need to make a constitution saving throw as well. So 6. 6. Yep, and everybody make me a constitution saving throw. So, Grimmick, you have that. So, Calder, that's 1 for you. 2 for Grimmick. And actually 1 for Malik as well.
I get 2. Wow.
2. And functionally that means you have half movement speed. Disadvantage on ability checks.
Yeah.
And you're moving at half speed. So Thorid... sorry, did Grimmick have 1 before, or was it Thoradin?
I didn't have any. I was
No, it was Thoradin.
It was Thoradin.
Thoradin had it.
Sorry, I apologize. I thought it was Thoradin. Yeah, sorry. Everybody
Yeah,
has...
dwarves are all the same.
Yeah. A little racist of me. Yeah, so everybody has 1 level of exhaustion. What did Malik roll? Oh, yeah, Malik. 2 levels? Yeah, Grimmick's only
No.
1, though.
Yeah, I understood wrong. I understood it was 2 when you said, but yeah.
No, sorry. I think everybody has 1 level of exhaustion. So,
Okay.
1 level of exhaustion. Okay. Press on. There's still no end to the blizzard. No sight of Tourmaline. And you push on for another hour. So, Malik, make me 1 more perception check at disadvantage.
Okay. Oh, no.
17. Not bad. 11. Okay. Noted. Okay. 1 more check from me, please. So everyone's on 1. So everybody make me another constitution saving throw.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
Calder, this lithe tiefling who's afraid to say boo at the best of times. He's the only one that's gritting his teeth and getting through this. So Calder, you're on 1 level. Everybody else 2 levels of exhaustion. As the pace starts to slow, and slow as the cold is really biting into your bones. It's just passing right through you, and because of your slow movement speed, we're gonna have to do this 1 more time.
If the cold persists, when Grimmick starts getting this tired, he will suggest to stop, bunker down.
Your choice.
But if you guys
That's
want to
good.
press on now, it's up to you. And you see Grimmick start gritting his teeth, and his courage slowly diminishing.
Actually, what I'll say is, Malik, since you're kind of in the frontier, why don't you make me a survival check, but at disadvantage because you're tired. So survival at disadvantage, but the disadvantage because you're exhausted. 6. It's a 6. Yeah, you have no idea how far Tourmaline could be away. Could be another... all things going well, it could be another hour away, or you could have veered off course and be 3-4 hours away. You have no idea. So you're not sure where Tourmaline is.
Everyone hurting. Calder's actually feeling pretty good, so he's just gonna motion everyone to the side of the road and he's gonna start putting up the tents, and he's gonna use his black shadow of fire cantrip to try and burn a nice flat bit of ground out of the snow for them.
Okay, so in other words, you're putting your tent up on dirt is the idea, as opposed to snow.
Yeah.
Cool. Can I see that cantrip? It's not one I'm familiar with.
It's just firebolt.
Oh, it's just firebolt. Okay. Okay, very good.
It's just I've called it shadow bolt because he's from the Shadowfell.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I like it. So with the shadow bolt, it's easy enough to do to melt away some of the ice and snow and get a place to put down your tent. So let's have a Calder. See how well you put up the tent, because it's hard conditions. So make me a survival check. Once again at disadvantage because you're exhausted. 9. It's an okay job. Is Calder going to attempt to put up the other one?
Struggling,
I could help.
once he finishes.
I could help someone do it.
Okay, with help then it'll just be a straight roll. So Calder, just make a straight survival roll for the second tent.
Oh, come on. I have a +3, come on.
Yeah. Thanks for helping. Okay, so Calder, not a great job of putting up the tents, but it's okay. At least it'll provide some shelter. I mean, in some ways, most of the problem is the wind, and this is at the very least going to reduce the wind. I assume you guys get on get in the tent.
Hi.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so you crawl into these tents, and hopefully hoping the storm is going to pass, and you hunker down, and another hour goes past. It's unrelenting. It's been 3 hours so far, 4 hours, 5 hours. It is still going down, and due to the relatively poor job Calder did in putting up these things, I'm going to have you put one last Constitution saving throw. Because of the tents, the DC is going to be, I'm going to make it at 10. It was at 15 before, now it's at 10. So one more Constitution saving throw because of the poor tent. Oh, Calder, 2 levels. Oh my goodness. Ah, so some of you are at 3 levels of exhaustion, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is now.
It's
Never gone that deep
disadvantage on attacks and saving throws.
Oh, is it? Okay. But yeah, it's bad. Eventually, after 7 hours, the better part of the day, the storm finally relents, and it's just bad. It's not terribly much as bad. And you get out and you kind of push the snow off your tents and look around, and you see a city off in the distance, maybe about a 30-minute walk away, which you suspect is Tourmaline. The interesting thing is, though, you did veer off course quite a lot, and you ended up about here. But you do see a city there off to the west, which you're sure is Tourmaline.
I think we need to head towards it, don't we?
Height.
Okay.
Definitely gotta head towards it.
Yeah, could we say that on the way here, like before the storm happened, Grimmick approached Malik about his mood.
Sure.
He would just say, "Hey lad, you came to me as a nice lad. Perhaps you're having a bad day. Is there something on your chest troubling you that you want to speak out?" I find that it helps when you get it out of your chest. Grimmick to Malik. Grimmick to Malik.
I think we lost Malik.
Sorry,
Oh, you're
sorry. I was
muted.
muted. Yeah, I was muted. Sorry. sorry. I was talking here a lot here, and you didn't hear anything. Okay, sorry. It was a whole monologue here. Yeah, I just say that I'm sorry, but I don't like to bother someone else with my problems. I like to solve them myself. And sorry, man, I don't want to bother you. I don't know. Just there's a lot on my head now, and I'm not sure if am I doing the right decisions. I feel kind of guilty, but yeah. Sorry about what happens on the tavern, but I think I let the anger get the better of me. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like there is a word on my shoulders. I don't know. I feel guilty that my girlfriend is missing. I feel that is kind of my fault. And man, yeah, I can see that maybe you have the maybe is also an warlock. Maybe you can help me, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if I made a right deal. But yeah, let's talk later about this, right? Let's go to the city and get some warm and some beer and some fire, and then we talk again. Okay?
Sure, I don't mean to pry, but remember that your problem is no longer your problem when we're risking our life out there. It's the whole party's problem now. About your pact you have, you say you have done a pact with a patron.
Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah.
I'll be cautious about your patron. They normally want something back. You say you lost your girlfriend. Like you said, let's have some beer and talk about it. Perhaps we can help you in that matter.
Okay.
It's gonna be sort of walking along behind them, listening. And when Grinamic moves away, he's gonna move up and he's gonna be like, "Hey, listen. If you wanna kill that speaker, you you let me know. We can do it. We can do it real quiet." And then I just shadows just like form around my head and around my hands.
Man, I don't know. I appreciate let's say the thought. I know that you mean well, but I didn't really want to kill that person. It's just the the heat of the moment, and
Hey,
yeah, let's leave it behind, and yeah, we talk later. Let's go to the city and yeah, have some
yeah,
food. I'm
just be like,
starving. Yeah.
I'm just gonna pat him on the arm and be like, "Yep, that sounds great. I'm glad you came to that."
Okay. So, you make your way to Tourmaline. Let me show you Tourmaline. So just it's a big town. Not as big as Bryn Shander or even Targos. Maybe about 600 odd people here. And once again, as you approach, you see figures coming back from being out on the ice, doing the ice fisherman. You know, digging a hole, carving out a hole in the ice to get to the liquid water underneath, and bringing up as many knucklehead trouts as they can. And it's an odd sight seeing these dark clothed figures. It almost looks as if they're walking on water, but then you remind yourself this lake is pretty much frozen over. And as you enter the town, not many people are making much eye contact with you, which you're kind of used to. People aren't friendly very much around here. They're just purely in survivor mode. And as you enter town, there's a human boy, and he's standing on a soapbox. And it's outside one of the taverns, so let's say around here, around the Blue Clam. You hear the boy. A boy wrapped in heavy cloaks shouts of news of the day as you pass by. When you approach, the boy cries, "The gemstone mines is closed because of monsters. Speaker Matthew is opening 50 gold pieces to anyone who clears it out." He says it again, "The gemstones mine is closed because of monsters. Speaker Matthew is offering 50 gold pieces to anyone who clears it out." And he carries on about general news and gossip, mostly about lack of supplies due to the everlasting winter.
To hear that, seems like a job for us. Not today, though. I need to sleep.
Yeah, I agree.
So tired.
I swear to God, if I couldn't see my hands, I'd say I had none. I can't feel them. I'd say
You don't
knucklehead
lose them
trout.
like those dwarves.
Knucklehead trout sounds really good right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, easy enough to find the Blue Clam. Just ask a couple of locals, and you enter the Blue Clam. It's reasonably busy at this type of day. You know, it's a lot of you recognize from their garb that they've been out on the ice shopping for fishing for knucklehead trout. And you grab a seat. What do you wish to do?
Yeah, I order food, and yeah, I just want to eat something and sleep.
Okay. So as you enter the Blue Clam, you notice it is literally just a tavern. So you can definitely get some food here, some meat, something to eat, but that's about it. One of the Blue Clam's owner introduces, says, "Oh, welcome to the Blue Clam. My name is Vernon Bragg. We have the best knucklehead trout this side of the Ice Keep Mountains. What can I get for you? I got knucklehead trout, and our specialty is knucklehead trout. What would you fine gentlemen like?"
Yeah, I would like this special knucklehead trout.
All right, I'll assume that's 4 to go around. And you look like you could use some ale as well, so I'll bring you some ale as well. And he returns with knucklehead trout and mugs of ale. It'll set you back, let's see, about 4 silver pieces for all of that.
Full party.
I'll pay this time.
Okay, and
This
Vernon
will be my
Bragg
round.
dumps the food down. So Vernon Bragg, best knucklehead trout. Let me know if lads need anything. And he rushes over to another customer.
Okay.
When he comes, Grimmick is gonna ask him if he knows something else about the mine. Just came here.
Oh, the mine. Yeah, well, anybody who knows anything about Tourmaline is that we're a mining town. That's what we do. Unfortunately, some creatures took over the mine a while ago, and everything has shut down. Yeah, and no one really wants to go down there. You probably want to speak to the speaker, actually, Oris Matthew. He's a half orc, but he's a good sort. Talk to him about it. You can find him over at the east side You usually find them hanging around the east side. But, yep, our mine's closed. Some
You
creatures
spell
has
that?
taken it over. Spell the speaker's name?
Yeah, sorry. How do you spell the speaker's name there?
Yeah, I'll
Was
copy
it
and
Arthur?
paste it in.
I also asked the innkeeper food for boy as well.
Oh.
If he has any food for the dog.
Ah, sure, no problem, no problem. And he goes back and brings out something that looks like pieces of fish, not an entire fish. And a boy smells at it and kind of does his best to chew the meat off without choking on the bones or anything. He's not entirely happy with the food, but knucklehead trout is all they have. Hey, you look like good lads. No charge for the dog food. No charge.
Thank you.
What about a place to stay? We'll be needing beds. I notice you're only serving food here.
Well, yep. The best place to well, this is the best place to eat. Everybody agrees with that. But if you're looking for lodgings, I suggest you go to the east side.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. It's like more walking.
Okay, so you're going.
So we got to go to the east side.
Yeah.
Okay, so you pick yourselves up, tired legs, slowly trudge across town, and you make your way to the east side.
Once we get
So
there,
we
Grimmett
get
will
there.
say,
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'd rather we stay in the west side, guys. I was never much of a east side. Do you mind walking back?
West side
Trying to
boys
make
and
a joke.
east side girls.
I'm
No.
gonna cut off a few pieces of the walrus meat that we got hold of, and feed it to Boy. I'd also like, while we're here, I'd like to look for some salt, like a copious amount of salt to salt the walrus meat.
Yep, salt is easy enough to acquire. It'll set you back 3 copper pieces.
We did that like on the way to east side.
Sure. Yep, 3 copper pieces for some salt.
I only have gold pieces. Can I split one?
Yeah, just convert them to
How does that
silver and copper
Okay.
as you want. It's fine. So as you approach the east side, outside of the east side, you see 2 bundle-up humanoids talking to one another. When they see you, one waves to you in a friendly manner, then says, You seem entirely too prepared for trouble. Are you here about the mine?
Yeah, we just heard about it. You don't know what kind of monsters is there on this mine?
Come on, let's get out of the cold. I can explain everything you want to know. And this guy is a half-orc. I'm going to stop doing that gravelly voice because it just wrecks my throat. So pretend I'm talking in a gravelly voice.
A good one though.
Thanks. And he sits you down and he says, So my name is Oris Matthew. I'm the town speaker here. I know there's not a lot of half-orc town speakers, but that's my job and I take it seriously. So, if you hear about the mine, you probably heard the boy out there speaking about there's a reward for it. There is a reward of 50 gold pieces, which will go a long way in these troubling times. So, a group of kobolds crept into the mine a few days ago, entering from the surface and forcing the miners to abandon their jobs. Now, thank the gods, no one was killed, but kobolds are far too dangerous for the miners to deal with. There's also one of our townsfolk here, a human miner, went missing a few days ago, before the kobold showed up, prompting that the monsters must have crawled up from the Underdark. It's possible that the miner just fell down the central shaft of the mine, but maybe the kobolds got him. So, if you're looking for gold, if you think you can handle it, Tourmaline is prepared to offer you 50 gold pieces to clear out our mine for us. What do you say?
You say 50 gold pieces for each?
50 gold pieces total. Is that not good enough for you?
We made 50, and we made these bloodstones worth 50 gold pieces here each for just clearing out a pack of goblins. Kobolds are a little bit more difficult.
Well, that was lucky, wasn't it?
I'd not say
Okay.
lucky, because we fought our way, so it was not lucky.
Mm-hmm.
So Thoradin's just going to whisper to Grimmock just that it's a mine. So, don't know what else we might find down there to our advantage. Being in the gems, of course. So.
Yeah, Grimmick is like, what would Grimmick say? We're willing to help, but anything we find down there, we keep.
The half-orc leans back and scratches his stubbly chin. All right, it's fair. 50 gold pieces, and any gems or anything you find down there, you can keep. Do we have a deal?
Okay, fine for me.
Okay. Reaches out, shakes your hand. So, get those damn kobolds out, and 50 gold pieces and anything you keep from the gem mine is yours to keep. And something that has striked you, I'm not sure it struck you as players, but the guy said there were goblins here, but he's explained them as kobolds. So there's a bit of a difference there. You're not sure what that means.
Mm.
So you mean that we're not aware of what kobolds are?
No, you know what kobolds are. You know what goblins are. I think I can't remember who told you, but they said they know there was troubles with goblins up in Tourmaline. So it might be the case that that person doesn't know what goblins are, or it might be the case that they just got confused.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're back in Brinshander.
Yeah, I think it was the dwarves.
Yeah, right.
The arguing siblings.
Right.
Was there a murder here in Timberline?
No.
No. Okay.
Okay, Grimmick is gonna ask the speaker. He's still with us, right?
Yep.
We're also looking for some caravan, owned by Torg. Have you heard of the name?
Yeah, Torg, I have. Yeah, he comes around here every few months or so, sells his ware. And to be honest, I think he just steals the stuff and sells it, but I don't know, beggars can't be choosers, so we just let it slide. But yeah, a few months ago, he passed through here.
Does he come often?
Every few months or so, I imagine. Not that often.
You hear the lads? Might get lucky. We might find that bastard.
Yeah, I haven't seen him here for a while, though, so... Yeah. And as you're saying this, having this conversation, there's a nice crackling fire happening, and it's bringing some warmth. And as you're talking, someone comes off, and they extinguish the fire, and the fire goes down, and it's noticeably colder in the tavern.
Who's this person? Can we see him?
It's actually a female. It's a teenager. She looks kind of thin. She's going around and serving up the food, and yeah, she goes and puts out all the fires, and nobody apart of you guys pay it much attention. But it's getting noticeably colder in the inn.
So Calder's a little bit panicky at this, and he's gonna sort of go quickly over to the girl and be like, "What are you doing? Why are you turning out the lights? What?
Oh,
What?
oh.
Why? Why are you doing that?"
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's uh, every town it's making sacrifices. I don't mean to offend, but we're not allowed any open fires from dusk till dawn. Now everybody suspects that Ariel the Frostmaiden is behind this, and she likes cold, so we offer up coldness to her from dusk till dawn. But if I put it on again, I'll be beaten. So just it's okay. Everybody understands it. This is our sacrifice. We sacrifice warmth. So I'm sorry if you're cold, but we just can't. We can't. It's our sacrifice. We can't.
I get a coin in my pocket and I
Wonderful.
cast light on the coin, and I give it to Calder.
Okay.
Yeah, Malik as Azimar, he knows the cantrip light, so that's why. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it's dark as well, because the only option for no, there are some lanterns that are the lightning, because lanterns don't give off much heat. They're not giving any warmth to it, so at the very least,
Yeah,
it's
just
not dark.
just to make Calder feel better, so I give it the coin with the light.
Thank you so much, man.
So I ask.
If Calder goes over to the window, just a general question actually. Can we see the moon?
Not tonight. Not with
Oh.
the wind and the cold going around. You have had glances of the moon at other times, but it's just very hard to see. Just with the weather.
I ask the half orc if he has anything else to tell us. If not, if we can spend the night in the tavern.
Huh.
The inn.
Of course, you need to talk to Martyr, of course, and she points to the teenager who put out the fires. Yeah, but if you could head off first thing in the morning, I'd certainly appreciate it. I mean, the mine is the lifeblood of this town. With it being closed, we're in trouble.
Okay.
Okay, and with that, the half orc gets up and leaves. And as you're casually looking around, thinking about tuning in for the night, being so goddamn exhausted, you hear Martyr, and she starts singing softly to herself. And I am no singer, so I'm just going to read it. But imagine this is a classic, like an Irish folk song, you can imagine lots of string instruments behind it. It'd be quite beautiful if that's where my talents lie, but they're not. But she does start singing, and she says, "Ahead of winter's wind she came, the lovely woman with no name. Draped in a fur-lined cloak of red, to the icy lake she fled. The wind pursued her all the same, as sure as night she's dead." And I'll put that in chat. And then she just goes about her business.
I ask her where she heard this song.
Oh, it's just one of the songs that help us to remember the woman that visited us 50 years ago. I could tell you the tale if you're interested.
I'm sorry, but I think if you start to tell, I will sleep. I think I can't get myself to much more, but maybe another day you can tell me.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, I just want to say that you have a beautiful voice.
Oh, thank you, thank you. First time anybody said that to me, even if it wasn't directly through an NPC, so I appreciate that. So, you guys do look exhausted. So, let me take you to your rooms. And she, I assume you follow up since you're so damn excited, and she shows you two rooms. There are 4 rooms available, so you could have separate rooms if you like, or share. There's- it'll just be 1 silver piece each. Just pay me in the morning. It's okay. Just forgive me. I've just got to check on my father. And she dashes off to another room. And so you can take 4 rooms, you can take 2 rooms, 3 rooms, 1 room. Up to you guys.
If the fire is out, probably the rooms will be cold. So Grimmick suggests that probably we share rooms. At least we can probably keep the room warmer with our breaths.
Hmm. So 1 room?
Yep, so that will be 1 silver piece.
Okay.
He's gonna go take that silver piece. He's gonna go find the girl, and he's just gonna apologize to her for freaking out, and just explain that he's a little afraid of the dark, and give her the silver piece.
Okay, you have a look downstairs, and she's not downstairs, but you did see the room that she was in. So you need to knock on the door at least to give her the silver piece. Is that what you do?
Can you hear what I'm? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I dropped out for a sec. My headphones died.
Okay.
Sorry. What did you say?
Yeah, so you look for her downstairs and she's not there. You presume she's still in the room that she dashed into after uh, showing you to your room. So you assume you're in there. She's in there. The door is closed. So what do?
I'm just gonna knock gently.
And you hear inside, oh, excuse me, father. Excuse me, father. Oh, well, 1 moment. And she comes and opens the door. And you look inside and there's a bedridden father. There's someone there. He looks quite old. Almost old enough to be her grandfather. She's just a teenager. And she's, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Was there something I can help you with?
Calder's just gonna be like, oh, yeah, we're gonna take 1 room.
Okay.
I'm really sorry about earlier. I just get scared in the dark sometimes, and I like hold the coin in my hand and just twirl it around my fingers.
Apology accepted.
Just I hand her over the 2 silver pieces, just as an apology, and then go back to the room.
She takes the silver pieces and looks up at you, and tears start welling up in her eyes and says, oh, we don't get many kind strangers. And she reaches out to try and hug you. What does Calder do?
So we all the way back to the room, like sprints.
Love it. And she shrugs and goes back in there. So unless there's something you want to do, feel free to get a long rest in. But of course, if there's something you want to do as well, just let me know.
Are we going to lose 1
Yes.
exhaustion point from this, or all of them?
1 per long rest.
It was worth a try, right?
Yes, it was worth a try. Yeah, I was hoping
But we had Knucklehead Trout. I mean, that's worth something.
Oh yeah, true. If you're starving,
salty walrus meat.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. If you keep talking, you might get exhausted from the food, so be careful.
Okay.
Yeah, but one level back for a long rest.
Cheers. I guess we're off to a mine in the morning and then to Lonely Wood if we survive.
Okay, so feel free to take your long rest. Feel free to get that level of exhaustion back. Yeah. Morning comes at the East Side Inn. What do you guys do?
So, what do you guys think? I'm still kind of tired, but if you guys really want to go to the mine today, what do you guys think?
I agree with you. I couldn't find a position to sleep tonight.
Yeah,
Still feeling a bit tired. Perhaps we should spend the day tending for our own deals and gather up tomorrow morning. What do you guys say?
Yeah, I think Thoradin's quite happy with that because he's still very, very tired.
Okay, but
Do
you
you
guys
think it
can.
might be dark?
hmm
Do you think it might be dark in the mine?
It's all right. We've got torches, lad.
yeah, man. I can give you another coin if you like. Okay.
Good.
Okay.
So,
Is there any town shop here? Like,
yep, yep. This is a big enough place to have, yep, simple supplies here. What are you looking for?
um, let me see. So we don't find potions here still, right? Even though it's close to the place where.
Yeah, there's no potions here.
Mm, yeah. Okay, because I don't have any money to buy another. Oh no, actually, yeah, I'm going to look for a shield.
Sure, a shield. We don't
Yeah.
need to play this one.
Yeah.
It's easy enough to find. A shield will set you. Oops. Uh, shield will set you back. Where's the price? Oh, there we go. Let's say 10 gold pieces.
Okay, this is what I have.
Oh,
So
useful.
I'm gonna buy
So,
one.
so you get your shield, so your AC is back to 18, I think it was. So, yep, you're good.
Yes. Yeah, I'm good.
If possible, Grimmick would like to spend some time at the docks to hear about any rumors, and perhaps, since our goblin trail has gone cold, try and get a new lead on goblins, because he's still curious as where to Hanwell went.
Okay, so you hang around the docks and the inns as well, and you do hear some rumors. Why don't you roll me a d10 and I'll tell you what those rumors are. 2. Nope,
Just,
not 2.
sorry.
Also not 2. I'll tell you what. This is a rumor you found, so I'll let you roll again. That was a rumor you found. It's no
Wow.
longer relevant. So roll again.
Okay, sorry about that. I rolled the wrong one.
8. They say you hear a rumor. I'll just copy that. But it says, in Lonelywood, beware the dreaded white moose. It attacks loggers and trappers on sight, and the town's best hunters can't seem to catch or kill the beast. They could probably use some help. So I'll bring you to the Icewind Dale so you can see where Lonelywood is. And it is in fact where you're kind of planning to go anyway, so that kind of works.
Right. Nothing about
Nope.
goblins.
Nothing about goblins, unfortunately.
Oh, well, that's a good one. Yeah. Grimmick is happy with that. No. I guess that's
Yeah,
most of
I
it
think
then.
I'm gonna go to the blue shell thing. What's the name? Blue plant, and ask ask around if anybody saw a blue Genasi walking around.
Yeah, so you described Hanul, basically, right?
Yeah, yes.
And because Hanul is so unique, you get an impression that he would stand out in this place. No one has seen any such strange creature. So no sign of Hanul here, it seems.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Thoradin would like to find out about any temples in the town and maybe visit.
There are no temples in this town. The only temple you've seen so far was back in Bryn Shander, House of the Morning Lord. But there's no temples here. Up any note.
Okay.
While you
interrupted.
guys, that's right. While you guys are seemingly spending the day here, just recovering from the blizzard and, healing yourself up. At one point, our boy grabs hold of, let's say, Grimmick's pants and starts pulling on your pants, just at the bottom of your pants.
What is it, boy? I took you for your walk just half an hour ago. Did you find something?
And he does his trick and he gets out and wants you to follow him.
All right. Don't you know I have a point of exhaustion already?
And
I'll follow him.
And he starts dragging you out of town. Well, not dragging you, but you follow you out of town. And he starts heading in the direction of Calvin's cairn.
Yeah, I know. You're worried about your master. How knows it like to lose someone you care for? I also have people to look for. I promise you, boy, that we'll be going there. Don't you worry.
Okay, now the boy looks forlorn, but he follows you back.
I kind of like sit next to him, kind of pet him on his back, like and whilst I talk to him, try to soothe him down.
Okay, he's not happy, but he's not dragging you to Calvin's cairn anymore.
What do you say about some more walrus meat?
Huh?
Come on, let's find that lad.
He starts bouncing around you and jumping and yipping and classic dog style everywhere. Okay, is there anything else you guys want to accomplish in Tourmaline? I mean, if you want to spend the day here, no problem. It'll cost you, let's say, for food and drink throughout the day and lodging, we'll say 4 silver pieces to spend a day here.
Whenever you say that, is per person or for the group? Is the 4 silver per person? Okay.
For
good.
the group.
Shall we take that from the group party?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And lose a point of exhaustion.
Oh,
Ooh, nice. Yeah, starting feeling better. Yeah, Malik is not that grumpy anymore. Like, you can
hormones
see.
have gone to normal levels now.
Yeah, You can see that he's kind of like a bit quiet, not talking as he usually do, but yeah, he's getting better. Yeah.
Oh, getting better is relative. I mean, you literally threatened to kill the speaker of a town, so anything's kind of an improvement from there.
Yes, for sure.
Grimmick just after finishing his breakfast just suggested the party, what you guys think about visiting a mine.
How is everybody? Are you guys feeling better, exhausted, or it's? I mean, I'm a little bit exhausted, but I think I think I can do it.
Yeah, Thorazon's still got 1 point of exhaustion, but I think that should be okay, shouldn't it?
If Calder is okay, I think we'll be fine. Famous last words.
All right, so it's easy enough to find
Where is-
the mine. It is a.
Where is okay?
It is easy enough to find the mine. You head out from the East Side Tavern, and I mean this is the lifeblood of the town, as I said. So finding the mine is not hard, but you put your snowshoes on. Our boy is following you. He knows the only way to get to his master is through you guys. So he's following you close along. And the entrance to the gem mine is an open tunnel in a hillside. Empty carts are parked near the entrance, next to which a crude wooden sign has been propped up. Written on the sign in charcoal are the words, "Kobolds only," and it is written in common. And, actually, everybody... what would this be? Make me a... straight intelligence checks, actually. So just a straight intelligence check.
Hey guys, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been having calls for the last like 3 or 4 minutes with Discord.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I think I could hear you guys for the most part, but I just wanted to add, while we were in town, Calder was looking for more scraps of fabric and stealing them if he could.
Okay, let's say you get another 5 scraps of rotting leather. But
Perfect,
easy enough
thanks.
to do it. So Malik, okay, Grimok. So I'm not sure if you missed it there, Calder, but you approached the mine, and written on the sign in front of the mine is the words "Kobolds only" in common. And straight intelligence checks.
I love it.
And just Calder, intelligence check.
Like a saving throw, or
Nope. Just a straight check, and you can do that by clicking, I think, on the word intelligence, like underneath where it says +3 or +1 or whatever. There you go.
oh dear. Oh dear.
Okay. I'm going to say thank you.
Grimmick is going to try and look for another entrance, like perhaps a couple tracks going other direction other than the main entrance.
Okay, make a survival check.
Oh, I forgot I'm bad at those.
Whoa.
So you're looking around for another entrance into the mine. So I've just lost my mind notes. Where did they go? You look around. Where the 17, you notice that there's occasionally something you presume is a kobold that has left the mine and come back, but it seems as if they're not moving around very much. It's almost as if they're camping down here.
Okay. Can all of you see well in the dark?
Yeah, I have dark vision.
Yeah, I've got dark vision up to 120 feet.
Same here. Who's the stealthiest of us? And I look at Thoradin.
Probably not me from last time. Somewhere in scale mail.
I'm pretty good at moving unseen. I've done it for years.
I know you might be scared, lad, but would you mind going ahead? And I promise you we'll be behind you like 5-10 seconds. If you see anything suspicious, just fall back and tell us.
Oh, don't worry, I'll run.
Okay, so make me a stealth check, Calder, if you're heading off into the mine.
Can I just ask? So, this is definitely metagaming a little.
Uh-huh.
So, I know kobolds love traps.
Uh-huh.
Does Calder know that?
Make a history check, Calder. Nope. No idea.
No, I haven't even heard of Icewind Dale. Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna go ahead, assuming that there are no traps. This is gonna be fun.
So stealth. Ooh, nice.
Oh.
So you enter into the mine. You approach, and that's where we're going to end it tonight, guys. It's going to take a wee while to get through this mine, but that's going to be a good cliffhanger. And
Nice.
rather strangely, there's something I'm going to do during the week. Is actually, I'm going to create a new instance of Frostwind Dale. Icewind Dale. So just join that game as opposed to this game. There's just some technical things that'll just be easier for me to do that. So just keep an eye out for that and join in that other game, not this game. And I'll do everything else. You just need to join in. Sound good?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
Sounds great. Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks
Nice
for the
playing with you again.
guys.
Yep.
Yeah,
See
cheers,
you-
everybody. Thank you very much.
See you next week. Take care. Bye bye.
Have a
Thank
good
you,
weekend,
guys.
everyone. Bye bye.